Hello everyone, Kolonji Murray with TaxAssurances. Just wanted to do a quick helpful video around gross income versus net income. And typically I come across this when it comes to business owners during the course of the tax season. Gross income really has to do with all of the total income that you have received. And that can be from customers, that can be from people that pay by cash, people pay by debit card, things like that. And it's the total income. So again, the gross is the total income that you've gotten for the year. The net income, however, takes into account your expenses that are related to the business. So you're going to have, for instance, let's say for argument's sake, you have $20,000 of gross income. And then let's say you have, $5,000 worth of expenses. Your net income is going to be $15,000. Because all you're doing is you're taking the 20,000, you're subtracting out the 5 to get to the 15. So that's a basic breakdown on the difference between gross income and net income. And depending on the circumstances, depending on who's looking at it, they're going to want to look at it. As a business owner, obviously you want to, have as much as gross income as possible that you can possibly make. That way you can pay your bills for operating the business, as well as, taking care of the expenses for the business and things like that. Your personal life, I take that back. And then it becomes a bit of a challenge where you want the net income from a tax standpoint to be smaller. So then you get into a situation where, you're trying to necessarily come up with business expenses to lower your tax liability. So that becomes its own balancing act that you want to kind of work through. But again, getting back to the theme at hand, the difference between the gross income and the net income is just taking, the total income that you've got for the year, and that being the gross, and then the net income taking into account all of the expenses that you have related to the business. If you've got more questions, by all means, you can reach out. But until then, have a good one.